Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. All of my children are adopted. I've raised five, and they are amazing. Because of uh, the fact that they were born fetal alcohol and crack addicted, we've undergone a great deal of therapy in our family: weekly therapy, one on one therapy, family therapy. My favorite form of therapy for them has always been art therapy. And that's just because I love art. And they have become, all of them, rather really interesting artists. Even the ones who are not artistic, where they spend a great deal of time in art, they're creatives. So it's pretty amazing. They can be creative in business. They have creative minds. And so one day I decided that I was going to paint something with them, but I didn't know how. So I asked them how to paint this tree that I was seeing. And my son was like, "You don't paint the tree, you paint the light around the tree. You paint the light that the tree reflects. You paint what the tree sees." It was this new way of seeing, and it took me a while to actually be able to see that way. Like I had to spend a couple of days trying to see what it was that they meant. And then when I did, it was like I stepped into this magical world that was always there that I couldn't see. And then I painted this piece that is on my wall now downstairs, and I am pretty proud of it. I didn't continue painting because, you know, I had to raise them and take care of them and pay all of those bills. So, not being able to do it regularly, I lost the sight of it, because it was something that I had to be able to see. They could tell me how to see, but they couldn't see for me. Some of you are seeing for the first time the impact that systemic racism has had on our nation, on the world, and you're seeing it. And it is shocking and it is real, and you're like, why didn't I see this before? And you can choose to spend your time in guilt and shame that you didn't see it before, or you can recognize what I've been taught, that guilt and shame suck the energy from you and from everything else. And so rather than spiral into the guilt and the shame or the anguish and anger, you have to move into courage, into pride, into love, into enlightenment, into joy. As Dr. Hawkes says, you have to, or Hawkins, I'm sorry, you have to move into a place that helps you to see again and again and again till it's not so painful, but forces you to want to change it. What am I saying? I'm saying to you that once you see this, you can't not see it. So you can try your best to not see, but once you see, you will. I can only show you how to see it. I can't see for you. I can't do the work for you. I can't read the books for you. I can't even, truth be told, I can't even tell you what you should read. I know what I love and I know what I enjoy reading, but if you're trying to see something new for the first time, asking me what you should read is not the way to find a book. Find a book about systemic racism that somehow touches what you love. When I know them really well and I know what they like, I have a friend who is really into boats and shipping. What should I be reading? I said, oh, there's this great book called Slave Ship. It is about a guy who is an amateur historian, an amateur boat builder, and he really is into building boats and how they are. And he started studying the building of slave ships, and he wrote the most amazing book. And my friend was like, I'm in. And then that leads you to the next book and the next book and the next book and the next book. Read what you're interested in already about the subject you're trying to learn, and that will pull you into learning more. If I just tell you read this and the book doesn't pique your interest, you'll do what you did in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. It becomes a fad that you pay no more attention to. But I want you to see this new way of seeing. I want you to see the light around the possibilities. I want you to see into a new world. And in order to do that, we have to get through some of this stuff. It's hard at first to see what you haven't seen. And then you realize that you play a part in making it better. I love you.